Hello everybody, I'm Serta, and welcome to Sunkenland. This is a survival and crafting game with a lot to it. Obviously you need to survive by scavenging and avoiding sharks in the depths, repelling attacks from mutants, marauders, and worse, taking out your enemies, and building a really cool base. So let's get stuck in. Right, so I'm going to create a new character. All I'm going to do, I'm just going to change the hair color. There we go. And we'll create a game. Now, as you can see, I have played this a little bit. I'm going to modify the settings a little bit just for the video. I have played some time on this, so what I'm going to do, the enemy raid frequency, I'm going to change that to low so that we don't get hit too much. You can come back and change this from time to time if you need a little bit of space, because the raids do get a bit heavy. Cool, and we'll start the game. Alright, and this is where we land. We're on a little island surrounded by water. The graphics are astounding. Now, like I said, this is an early access, so it is really polished. So obviously, survival game, the first thing we need to do is sort out food, water, and shelter. We have some food and some soda on us, so we can sort that out. We can craft stuff. We're obviously going to need to get resources to do that. But let's have a look at the interface. Bottom left-hand corner, you have hunger, you have thirst, you have health below that, and you have energy below that. The energy bar is split in two. The top is your endurance. So when you run, as you can see, I'm holding shift and running, that endurance bar goes down. All right, so we're going to start picking stuff up. Ah, what's brown and sticky? Stick. We've got a box over here, and in that box we have more food. We've got a rubber ducky. I'm just going to leave that in there for now. Mushrooms, pretty important. So we picked up some strawberries. Alright, I do have a little experience in this game, so I might do things slightly differently. I'm not going to start with wooden structures. So that's the one thing that you should take note of. And I decided to hold off on the playthrough because there were a couple of things that I wasn't quite happy with in the very first release, but they brought an update out since then, and you're now not forced to place an item and leave it there forever. You can now move items around, which is really cool. All right, so you can build anywhere in this game. You can head out into the middle of the ocean, start your base. You can build on top of the island if you want. We did that in our live stream playthrough with God Gaming. But I think I'm going to build down here. Yeah, this seems like a good spot. So it's still early in the day. Up in the top left, you can see day 1, 251. I have no idea what that is. Maybe it's the number of minutes you've played. And then you got the time. And it's 9:43 in the morning. You do get cold at night, so we want to get everything sorted out by then. So I just want to get some scrap metal, because I need to start the base platform. And everything's pretty safe down here. So we do run out of oxygen. There's an oxygen bar that's currently running out. So I'm going to grab what I can over here. And at this stage, we also have very limited storage. So we just got to be careful that we don't fill that up too much. All right, we've got some gasoline. Okay, so the way dying works is if you run out of oxygen, your health bar goes down slowly until you die. Well, not too slowly if you're drowning. Okay, so my first platform, if I can build it yet, is going to be a metal platform, and it's going to be here, just sort of high enough that our invaders, let's see, what's a good direction? Yeah, that's good. That our invaders can't climb up. Now, that might be a bit low. I'm not, yeah, it is a bit low. Okay, and I can't delete it. Oh well, that's fine. We're going to build ourselves a bit of storage. So I've got some... Oh, I didn't collect enough wood. Oh, right. We've got an axe. Now, it's in your hotbar, position number 1. You can chop down trees. So we are going to do that. Alright, it does take quite a while with this axe, because it's not very good. Ah, and there's something I forgot. This is a stove, so this should have food in it. It does, and it's got strawberry seeds as well. Now you can stack things, so even though I only had like one slot left, I don't need the charcoal. I'm going to leave that there. There's no real need for charcoal in the early game, and late game it just piles up and you have so much. So for now I'm just going to build myself a little wooden crate, and it doesn't really matter where it goes at this stage. And we can start storing stuff. Now I'm going to keep most of the food on me. Mushrooms can be cooked eventually. And this herbal medicine is pretty good, and you can make that, and I'll show you how to. There is this red algae, and if you collect 3 of them, then you can craft that herbal medicine. Alright, so I'm just going to run around. I'm going to collect some resources, and I'll be back. Okay, so from that coal we also got some components. That's something we haven't seen yet. And we have furniture in here, and if we do this, we get wooden planks. Some furniture will give you leather. Oh my gosh, I'm going to die, aren't I? No, I'm not. It's going to be close though. So as you can see, my health is going down fast. Alright, head back down. Oh, I should probably wait until my oxygen's full. And head back down. Alright, so there's another crate over here, and this crate contains components, duct tape, and cloth. All of these things are very important in the early game, but what I should probably tell you is that at this stage I don't know if it's a bug that's going to be fixed, but if you leave things in containers out in the world and the container doesn't break apart, when you restart the game, those items will respawn. So it gives you kind of unlimited, because at the moment it's pretty limited on what you can get. So it's a cool little hack. I don't know if it's going to be fixed in the future though. Another handy thing to note, you'll see these rocks with these shells on them. Those are scallops. So you can pop in and collect those. Those are food, obviously. I think you need to cook them. Not sure if you can eat them raw. But yeah, we'll collect a few. And then we're going to get into our first combat. But first I need to collect some more wood. Just a little correction. The light blue bar, the bottom left-hand side, is stamina, not endurance. Well, I suppose it's the same thing, really. But alright, we've got enough wood, so let's pop into our crafting menu, and we're going to craft a wooden spear. And now we're going to craft a wooden spear. Okay, so we can jump into the water, and somewhere out here, I think I saw... There they are. Okay, so we've got marlin swimming around. Now, marlin don't actually attack you, which is quite nice. So we're going to equip this in... Let's put it in slot 1. Alright. So this takes a little while because these things swim away, and at this stage we can't swim very quickly. So we kind of have to wait for them to come back to us. And you do use stamina while you're stabbing these guys. So sometimes you won't be stabbing when you want to be. And yeah, to be honest, I actually suck quite a bit at combat in games. Alright, finally got this one. So yeah, we picked up some large fish meat, some marlin fish skin, and that's going to help us get... we need 3 of them so that we can get flippers, so that we can swim a bit faster. Flippers, also known as fins. Right, all 3 of them have been taken care of. Now those will eventually respawn, as most of the wildlife does. But in the meantime, let's see what else we need for those fins. We need 2 rope. That means we need to make rope, and for rope we need 3 cloth. I don't think I have that yet. So off to do more scavenging. Right, sunset is approaching, and we need a place to sleep. Sleep sort of helps you with your healing. It helps you with your energy. So I'm going to grab, oh my gosh, I'm going to need to build a bed, and that's going to use 3 of my cloth. That's a bit of a pity, so we'll grab a bit more timber. Now you don't have to sleep, but you probably want to keep your energy levels high, and also we're going to need to make a fire because cold can kill you, and it gets cold from 7 p.m. until about 4 a.m. So yeah, let's build the bed. Where's the cloth? And when we wake up, we're going to be really hungry, but we have food, so that's not a problem. So let's sleep. And just like that, it's the morning, and we can grab some food, some drink. That'll be enough to keep us going. And now I need to find more cloth so I can make those flippers so I can swim a bit faster. But I'm also going to do a little bit more extending of the base. It's still a little dark. And we can put in some more foundations. And I believe I have more in my chest. Okay, so cool. The early game, you can actually make that box. Now, let me see if I can find it. I think it's under tools. Yeah, the packing box. This allows you to move things around. It costs a little bit of wood, but that's fine. So we're going to grab that. We're going to enable it. And I'm going to move the bed just as an example. So select it, pack it up, click OK. And now it's in our inventory. So we can right click to use it. And we can just pop it wherever we want. And we can always change that. We don't lose the box, but the box can be stowed away. So beautiful sunrise on day 2. 5 a.m. I'm going to carry on collecting resources, and well, you guys know how I do it, so no point in watching me do it. We'll just grab as much as we can from around the island, and then we'll expand our way out, because there is a lot to this game. Surprisingly good for an early access game. When I say surprising for early access, I mean that it's pretty polished. And I usually try and only take on early access games that have the look that there is promise in it, and that the game will eventually actually be released. There's the cloth I needed. But there is already a lot to it, and the developers are very responsive. Okay, so at this point we're going to need a couple of things. Obviously the flippers are one, so let's go and make our 2 rope. And under tools, there's our diving fins, so we can make those, and then we can just equip them in one of these diving slots, or these equipment slots. And then there are a couple other things that we need to build. One is the grill, and the other is the water purifier. So what I'm going to do first, I don't have... Oh, do I have scrap? I do have more scrap. Okay, I can build both of them, so I'm going to do that. So we're going to build the grill first, and we can just slap this over here for now. And then we're going to need the water purifier. And now, in order for the water purifier to work, we actually need buckets. So we can go into our crafting menu, seawater bucket. I'm just going to make 1 for now. Normally I'd... no, what the heck, I'll make 2. So the buckets work. You put them in your taskbar, and you select them, you press F, come on, and you press F, so those 2 are filled. And at the moment everything is reliant on wood, so we do need a lot of wood. That's why I didn't want to waste wood on the base, because we can get metal as well. So we can add water, add seawater, and we're going to have to put wood in as well. Just stick a couple in there. We'll put a couple of wood into the fire. And do I have... No. Let's grab a bit of food, and we'll cook ourselves a nice steak. A fish steak. And then I'm just going to pack everything away. Ah, I've got a shirt. Now you'll come across items, and these items have an armor value. So that's going to be very important later in the game when the enemies get really tough. But we're expecting probably day 3 or 4, our first raid. So now we've got 1 armor. We've got gloves that'll give us another armor. And you will upgrade and make better armor. Now, although the trees on the island are, there's only a few of them, they do respawn, or they regrow over time. So that's a pretty cool thing. But you can make planters, and you can plant these bush seeds, which will give you wood. So you're farming wood, basically, which is pretty cool. As I said, we also have the red algae, which will give us, if you go into the build menu, under the medicine, herbal medicine, boom, I'm going to stash that away. Okay, so we're going to keep herbal medicine, food, and drink on us when we go out to explore. So I would like to explore because I've cleared up most of the stuff around this island. And it's not too far out, so we could swim there. I'd also like to explore making a boat. I want to skip the paddle boat because yeah, it's nice, but I'd rather have a sailboat. So we'll save up for that. I've just got to go out and find some more cloth. Lots of cloth. And some wood. Okay, I went out and collected wood. When you wake up in the morning, don't forget to eat. And just keep an eye on your stats. Because you can get hurt. You also have the ability to fish. I'm not going to fish. It is a nice little mini game, and maybe I'll show you guys how to do it. But it's not terribly necessary because food is fairly abundant. And at some point we'll unlock the fishing net. But what we really do need is to build the research table. Another thing to note is you can now also stack your storages on top of each other. So that's pretty nice. We can move them later. This is not going to be the final position for them. Allow you to drop off some extra stuff that you don't need when your first one's full. And make sure that you've got the minimum on you when you go out. There is the ability to increase your storage, your backpack size, by adding a sack. But that's also really expensive. And right now, cloth is not so easy to come by, and we need cloth to make rope. So we're going to have to go venturing. So let's have a look at the map. All right, so we've got all these question marks around us. And right now we're facing in... Let's go straight out from here. So there's a question mark over there, and I don't think I'm ready for combat yet. Yeah, I need more fabric. So I don't want to take on that yacht over there, but I think there's something in between us and that yacht. So let's go for a swim. Let's just make sure that I've got enough food on me. I did fill up with water, so we have plenty water. We'll grab a bite to eat. Maybe put another one on the grill. Okay, as you can see, my health is pretty low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat one of these herbal medicine. And now that has increased and it'll slowly go up. So let's head out in this direction and see what we can find. Oh, wait, there, I see something. There's some buildings. Alright, you need to be careful in this early game because there are some areas around the island where there are sharks. And although it's possible to take them out, you can take damage. Alright, so we've discovered the apartments. If you go to the map, it now shows. There we go. And it's 0% looted. So there's a lot of good stuff here. So I'm going to just run through and we'll start at the bottom floor and work our way up. Excellent. Cloth. These normally have some cloth in them as well. No, not that one. Alright, I need to get back up before I drown. Okay, so I'm going to just run through this and I'm going to collect whatever I can from here. Hopefully we get a lot of fabric. This will have leather. There we go. I'm not going to take that all because I'm going to exploit the thing. We can do that. This is where we can get lots of cloth. Alright, I'm going to... could it? Oh, bugger. Okay. Oh dear. Yeah, I keep forgetting about breathing. Okay, so that building's pretty much done. I'm going to move to the next building and we're just going to keep going. Alright, my storage is full, so I'm heading back and I've got quite a lot of cloth on me. I don't know if I've got enough to make our sailboat yet, but yeah, if we can, I'll definitely be building it. Alright, another thing that we picked up was a bandage. Now you can make these, you'll need cloth to make them, but yeah, and you do that under this. So it takes 2 cloth. But these bandages are good to carry with you because if you get bitten by a shark or you get shot and you're bleeding, this will fix it. If you don't fix it, your health eventually runs out and you die. Now, right now, I don't have a risk of dying from a bite because I'm going out to the apartments and there's not much there, so we'll leave it behind. I need the space. Right, I've discovered this pile of boxes. So this is where you get blueprints and decorations. I like the dartboard. I don't really need the other two. But if you right click on them, you've researched it now and it will go into your build menu so that you can build it. Cool. Okay, I spent too much time talking. And then you also find these safes And they also contain nice loot with money value most of the time. There we go. And we can get the water detector. Broken PM, we're going to use that to make a gun later. Grab that. And a rug. I don't need the football helmet. Alright, soon we're going to start getting cold, so I'm going to head back. Where the hell? There we go. So I'm going to head back to base. In a few minutes, in a few minutes I'm going to start getting really cold and my health will start dropping, so we'll head back. But it is pretty good to have the flippers because, as you can see, you can swim a lot faster. And there are better fins later on in the game. Alright, but before I go to bed, I do have to use some of my fabric up. I'm afraid. I don't really have a choice because I need to make weapons. I need to make the bow. In the next couple of days we're going to be attacked, and it's not cool to be attacked without a good ranged weapon. So I crafted the bow. I'm going to craft some arrows. That'll do for now. And we'll just put the rest of the stuff back. Now, it is pretty good practice to have arrows with you in case you die. So you put them in your taskbar and they don't get dropped. Your backpack gets dropped when you die. So yeah, you don't want to... You don't want to not have your arrows. Anyway, yeah, it looks like it's bedtime. Okay, morning of day 3. Grab some food and some water. Our health is going back up as a result of the food and water, and yeah, we're getting an early start. Right, I've raided area 43. What is it called? Map. Apartments, sorry. Area District 43 is down here somewhere. So I've raided the apartments. I'm only 20% done, but I've got a lot of stuff, and I've got plenty cloth. That means that we actually have enough now to start building our sailboat, which is gonna be lovely. Alright, so let's... first we need to get some rope. So we need 2 rope. I've got the rest of the stuff on me, I think. Yes, I do. We'll build our sailboat. Look at that. So I think it doesn't look like we're getting attacked today. So let's go for a little jaunt. Now there is this raft out in this direction. And that has some bad dudes on it, so we might as well end the episode with a little combat. Not sure. Yeah, let's go see what happens. And I really suck at combat. Okay, so the music changes. That means that I'm in contact. Alright. Yeah, the arrows do drop off, I think. So we'll line this up and... Haha, lovely. 105 damage. That was a headshot. Oh, and it does make a difference in this game. Alright, that's one done. I need to take the guys on the top out because they are going to be the problem. They have crossbows. See if I can get his attention. Nope. Alright, well, he didn't learn his lesson, so that's 2 of them. Alright, well, I've got his attention now. So yeah, this is a good approach to take from a distance. That's another one down. Oh, did I just one-shot him? No, no, I didn't. Okay, I got the 2 guys with the crossbows, so they're done. Alright, let's board this vessel and go and pick a fight. Hey. Damn it, I'm bleeding now. Ooh, I need to get in the water, get a bandage. Bandage. Damn it, I left my bandages behind. Oh no. Thirsty, hungry, alright, well let's sort that out. These guys don't seem to want to go in the water though, so... Like I said, I do suck with combat. Alright, let's try and do this without getting hurt too much. Oh, good grief. Okay, I'm going to do a random respawn because that kind of puts you closer to where you were. And let's try this again, except I'm going ranged and I didn't bring all my arrows with, which was a silly thing to do. But if I take a couple more out, hopefully Okay, keep missing. And I've got one arrow left. Alright, well I got another one, so that's one less. Oh, I've got some more arrows. I do have more. Why am I missing so badly? Right, I'm out of arrows, so I don't have a choice. Let's go in. There he comes. Oh, and he's obviously the armored one. Oh, I think I must have hit him before. There's my stuff again, so we'll take all of that back. We'll loot the body, get some food. Now, I think there's another one. Sometimes you get good stuff off them. Sometimes they have nothing. There is another one. He's not armored, so hopefully I can take him out. You see, the thing with these guys is they don't even have to look at you to hit you. Ah, he hit me. Damn it. Alright. Barely survived that. Got some fabric and the music changes, which means everything is good again. And I can come up here and start looting. These boxes are usually pretty good. Oh yeah, this is the only place that I found cabbage so far. We've got some potato early on. Cool. Alright, let me go and offload into my boat storage. Okay, so we got some nice loot going. Let's clear that out. Those blueprints are done. Alright, now it's just a matter of going and chopping up all the wood, chopping up all the furniture. Oh wait, there's another thing here. This is just dodgy shirts that I don't want. So I'm just going to run around, take what I can, and we'll head back. Alright, I've got a lot of stuff off this. It's getting late, it's after 7, so I'm going to start getting cold pretty soon. So, good idea to head back to base. Alright, so as you can see, around the edges of the screen, you can see it's frosting up. Now, this is where some heat becomes important. So, if we go into the build menu, we go down to lighting, we can get, probably the cheapest is the standing torch. We could get a bonfire, but that needs to be topped up. Oop, I need to empty some stuff out, don't I? You can see as we get colder, our health drops a little bit faster. Alright, so we'll just build a standing torch. And that will give us enough heat just to warm up. And the frostiness goes away. And I think that brings us to the end of this episode. Yeah, there's not much else we can do at the moment. Tomorrow there may be a raid, but we'll take that on in the next episode. Usually the first raid is pretty mild. They don't have crossbows. But I've been surprised before, so yep. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Your support is greatly appreciated. It'll be super to have you on board. And until next time, cheers.